The universe will test you before your reality changes. You definitely already experienced that when you shift your state or assumed the state of the wish fulfilled. Days or weeks after that, suddenly emotional hell breaks loose. And what we don't realize is that this is the defining moment. But let me tell you this, the universe isn't really testing you. It's giving you opportunity to practice who you say you are. I'm an emotional mastery coach, and I'll show you the ways the universe tests you so that you can expand your nervous system's capacity to be more and receive more and hold more. It's not meant to break you or make you give up. It's meant to stretch your capacity so that you can receive what you're calling in. The universe is waiting for you to become as strong as you say you are, to carry the blessing that you say that you can handle. Because living in happiness and joy and fulfillment also requires a lot of capacity. Otherwise, we tend to sabotage it and lose it as quickly as we get it. On this channel, I talk a lot about how the goal of manifestation is really to feel good and most of all to realize the true self. And also how to soothe our nervous systems so that we expand it and can hold more without self-sabotage. And I know it's quite easier to express our gratitude and feel good when things are under control and when everything falls into place. But what happens when things go a bit sour for a while? When negative circumstances and emotions appear? Are you able to express gratitude for these moments as well? There is only one thing that you are being tested on, and it is to determine this. Are you really who you say that you are? At peace, detached, surrendered, radically accepting all of you, even the one that worries sometimes? Are you really a peaceful, loving awareness? We are chronically not committed to the experiencing of negativity. Are you the one that is grateful for the entirety of your life, for the bad things as well that helps you grow and also helps you appreciate the good even more? Because every uncomfortable situation is teaching us something about ourselves, helps us grow and become more resilient. So do you appreciate these opportunities to learn? I know, we think that we already been through enough and that we already developed our character enough and it's time for the good things. But for example, if you are on a job and you are not going to learn the lessons in that job and go on searching for another one, the lessons will still be there even though you're in a good new job. It will be there to teach you until you learn. The universe is kind of a brutal teacher. If you want to feel free, you will not be given freedom. You will be given life circumstances that will make you realize how free you are right now. All of this is there to equip you with skills that you need to build your dream life. We all have friends that kind of project their doubts onto what we are doing if we are doing something that is a bit more risky or we are standing out, not following the usual path. These friends will tell us the doubts about this, but we can just recognize that we feel these doubts and these people are just mirroring that to us so that we can become aware of them and let them go. It's actually a very nice feedback loop. As we are dealing with the objections of other people, we are really dealing with our own doubts and fears. So rather than being angry at people for being such naysayers, let's get into what we are really believing about these situations. What are the doubts that we are still having? So we can thank them mentally for showing us these projections that we otherwise would not see because they are subconscious. It helps us to solve it, to strengthen our position and our confidence. And the universe is exactly like this friend. It always knows where you still need to grow. And sometimes having someone to oppose you can actually be a gift. In dealing with the resistance of other people, we are strengthening our own resolve. And sometimes when people will tell you that it's impossible for you to do this, it's kind of like it gives you more strength to prove them wrong. It's like we say, watch me, right? Or hold my beer. We don't learn that much from success. In success, we are chilling, but we learn a lot from our mistakes. And failure after failure doesn't mean anything about your abilities. It means that there are still lessons or the places where you have to still become strong so that you can handle more. Because maybe your plan for yourself is like tiny, but the universe has a big plan for you, okay? Something that you cannot even imagine. So you have to become strong to carry that first. And these moments are exceptionally good for expanding our nervous system, because to accept these things, we cannot just change our rewiring of the mind or like subconscious. Yes, subconscious, but nervous system is the subconscious in this body. So we have to tackle this not only in the mind, but also in the body and create the coherence between the two. Your nervous system has capacity for what you can hold. It's like a bucket with water. You either remove the water of the things that no longer serve you to be able to fill it with something that you want, or you expand the bucket so that you can hold more. The universe is the best teacher, and it always helps you to build yourself up. And how does this do that? With challenges, with opportunities to learn something new. What you overcome, you learn and grow from. There's this common misconception that there will be like one test and you're done. But it's not really one test. The universe doesn't take note that, okay, she says that she's that and that, she behaved this way, okay, check, done. It doesn't really work that way. The test is really every moment, because we get to choose in every new now moment. There is only now. There is really no continuity of time. It just looks like that to our brain. But there is only the now, the present moment in each moment. So we take each of these new moments and we make them mean something based on the previous moments that we experienced and kind of put them together, and it looks like a continuum. It looks connected, but it's an illusion, because each moment is fresh, new, and open. And you are also new, fresh, and should be open in every single new now moment, if we recognize it. Today's cup of coffee isn't just an experience that happened dozens of hundreds of times before. This is fresh experience that never happened before. It was never the same water. You were never the same as you are right now. This is a fresh experience if we allow ourselves to recognize it, and we can enjoy it as something completely new every time as well. This is a unique experience that has never taken place before. We break the habit of the old story and we start to practice with the new one, also in every new moment. We have a choice in every moment, and we do it on moment-to-moment basis. And there is always a new moment where we can choose. So don't ever expect to be done with these tests, because the experience is unfolding on moment-to-moment basis, right? Because this is the only time that is, and that's the only time in which we can intervene. And isn't this so liberating? Because even if you make a mistake, so what? I can choose again literally now, and then now. So don't panic if you don't pass the test that the universe gives you. It is all reversible, because the time is only now and we always get to choose again. And the universe doesn't see you as a failure if you don't, pass the test. In fact, you always pass, because the universe always says yes to anything you do. It accepts you unconditionally. You are always perfect and you don't really make mistakes, because these mistakes are the reason why you are who you are and the reason why everything happened to you so far and the things that are unfolding for you in this very moment. So get really clear about what you want, and in each moment you can recalibrate again by asking yourself, who am I being? Am I behaving like someone who I want to become? When you feel clear on your path, the universe literally mirrors this confidence back to you. And whatever happens for you right now isn't really a reflection of who you are in this moment, because it all kind of works with the delay. These are the delayed reflections that very often are kind of like a trap. Are we going to follow it out of habit, or are we just breaking it to, act from the new story, from the new person? So this is about you breaking the habit of being the old self, breaking the habit of survival mode, and really acting as a person who is always safe, because you really are. And it's a bit ironic that we can only be rid of things once we really start to love them, to accept them, and stop rejecting them and kind of, resisting them. Because accepting something is loving too. This is loving energy. The ultimate goal of manifestation is really the realization of self, coming back to the true nature of awareness. Getting to know yourself, who you really are, is the most important task in the life of all of us. Learn who you really are. Recognize who you've always been. So get clear on that, get clear on who you are and what you want, and don't look at anything in front of you as something malicious, but as a perfect unfolding of your dream reality, of your highest timeline. And the only problem or enemy here is really our own resistance. And that's because of the resistance that we don't fully commit to what is in front of us, because sometimes, certain things look like they are going to harm us, like the negative feelings and so on. But it's not going to harm you, it's not going to kill you. It's just, in the end, body sensation. So we have to fully commit to the bad as well, otherwise we are practicing resistance. So if you're sad, feel sadness. There might also be some grief that you haven't processed yet that will be hidden behind sadness or disappointment. And there is no place for it in your highest timeline. So, of course, we have to let go of this if we want to advance to where we always meant to be. Every time you feel something that feels uncomfortable is your chance to confront it, accept it, acknowledge it, let go of it, and just free yourself from it. Something that we don't realize is that maintaining these programs of sadness and grief and limitation takes our energy too. It's very energy expensive. So if maintaining it takes so much energy and limits us, it's best to deal with them, even if they are uncomfortable, and just move on from them to free this energy so that we can use it to build something that actually matters to us. If you feel like you need ways to release these emotions, build body awareness, and just learn how to let go of these trapped emotions in your body, I have a very affordable course. It's called Nervous System Expansion for Manifestation. You can find the link in the description. It will provide you with so many different somatic and mind-based tools to expand that nervous system, to let go of what no longer serves you. And you can watch this video next if you feel like you keep trying to manifest from a dysregulated nervous system.